All right. Hello. Check. Is it working? What was that noise? Oh, someone's coming. Oh, it's a friend. Hello, do you want to fight? Ow. This is going to take a while. Oh, that takes a lot of damage. Why can't I hit this person? Fighting other people makes no sense in this game. Like, I just cannot hit them. Yeah, just kill me. Okay, now that that's out of the way. That was a good way to start the night. Alright, what was I up to last time? Oh yeah, I need to go find the new friend, Giant Blacksmith. So, just got done watching Justice League Snyder's Cut, and all I have to say is, Martha, why did you say that name? Why would you say Martha? No, actually that's from Batman vs. Superman. If you've not seen that, highly recommend it. It is hilarious. So bad. But, Justice League Snyder Cut, definitely better than Batman vs. Superman. Definitely better than Joss Whedon's garbage version of Justice League. Overall, it was good. Like, for being a 4-hour movie, it kept me interested. I wasn't bored. Lots of character development. You know, they really took... I think Zack Snyder took advantage of having 4 hours. Like, it wasn't wasted time. Lots of development. But then other things, like, obviously, you can't not make comparisons to like Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, or even any of the Avengers movies. Like, it's impossible not to compare the two because they're so similar. And obviously these comparisons go all the way back to Marvel versus DC Comics and how they both always copied each other. Right? It's like, who came first, Darkseid or Thanos? I'm not sure. You know, I think Marvel came up with Thanos first, but I could be wrong. And then it's like, which came first, Infinity Stones or Mother Boxes? Right? Like, both the comics have so many parallels. It's like, which one started using the multiverse idea first? Because they both do it. And now the movies, obviously, are following the same stories and the same trajectories and the same copying. But a lot of the, like, copying and comparisons goes beyond just like source material being similar, because obviously, you know, Infinity War and Endgame were like the most successful movies of all time. So obviously Warner Brothers wants to replicate that. I mean, they got that. And it's almost embarrassingly obvious how hard they try and fail. Like, Zack Snyder's daughter killed herself. That's why he left the project. He said he just couldn't work on the movie after that happened, which obviously makes sense. So the Warner Brothers executives, instead of saying, oh, hey, Zach, we know you worked on the first half of this movie, but you're going through a horrible tragedy, so take your time, we'll just release it next year instead, they were not going to get their bonus stock options for the year unless they released the movie before Christmas that year. So they told Zach, go away, we don't need you, we'll finish the movie ourselves. And who do they hire to make Justice League? Joss Whedon, the guy who did the first Avengers movie. Because obviously, if he made Avengers and it was successful, of course he could do it again. Chain facing me, something bad will happen. That didn't rhyme at all. Bad box. It's a mother box. So, anyway, they get Joss Whedon to do it. He takes, you know, half the stuff that Zack Snyder did, and then writes in a bunch of his weird Joss Whedon style humor, which works better in the Marvel universe. This whole thing Zack Snyder set up was, you know, pretty dark and serious. And Joss Whedon's like stuck on weird comedy just did not work. And that Justice League movie he made was atrocious. Like it was so bad. I barely remember most of it. I'm so unhappy that I even watched part of that movie. So this new Zack Snyder cut, huge improvement. Like, I gotta give him that. But even with this cut, you can see so many obvious influences from things that happened in Endgame. But they're all like half-assed versions of the same things. So you remember in Infinity War, at the end, oh no, a Titanite demon. I hate those guys. That's what that weird breathing noise has been. It's him. He's sleeping. So, okay, in Infinity War, all the things happen, and then at the very end, Thanos, you know, Wanda breaks the stone in Vision, kills him. Seems like they win. Thanos turns back time, gets the stone, kills everybody. End of the movie. Well, in Justice League Snyder Cut, there's the same, very similar parallels, like extremely embarrassingly similar, but none of them are as epic, and they're all resolved within 20 minutes instead of over the course of an entire new movie. Like, for example, Wanda was made using the Infinity Stones, right? So she was the only one that would have the ability to destroy the Infinity Stone in Vision. So it sets up this dichotomy and this thing that she has to do that only she can do. Chain facing forward, beware of a bad box. Well, in this movie, it's such a obvious parallel. So Cyborg was created using the mother boxes. And then at the very end, Steppenwolf succeeds, gets all the mother boxes, and starts to use them. So Cyborg, being created by the mother boxes, is the only one that will have the ability to get in there and disable them. So he'll probably die doing it, but he'll sacrifice himself since he's the only one that could stop the mother boxes from wiping out all life on planet Earth. So he goes to do that, and he almost succeeds, but it fails. Darkseid shows up, and the mother boxes go off and kill all life on the planet Earth. And so it's like, oh no, everybody has lost. But Barry, at the very last second, the Flash runs as fast as he can and outruns time and goes back in time to just a few seconds before they failed, and he gives Cyborg the power he needs, and then Cyborg's able to save them, and then they all win. So it's like a half-assed condensed version of the idea of, oh, we lost, but we'll get them next time. But, you know, it's like an epic, huge thing where everybody dies. But in this one, it's like, just for a few minutes. You know, for a couple minutes, everybody lost, but now we're all good. And there's so many little parallels like that. And, you know, so many of the scenes where it's like, I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm getting the team together, and he's trying to compile the the Justice League. And, you know, it's stuff that Marvel did very well over the course of 5 movies. And all of this has to be done over the course of 4 hours. And again, for only having a runtime of 4 hours, they did a very good job with that. I was very impressed with how much care they gave to each individual character and introducing them. So that was good. That was well done. Yeah, but overall, like all of the DCEU movies, everything about it just felt like, you know, a corporation trying to copy what somebody more successful has done and failing. Now, and then also as I was watching it, you know, I had to think, like, Zack Snyder got a huge advantage with this because he was able to, you know, do this on HBO Max and basically make it as long as he wanted. So he had the freedom, you know, to make a 4-hour movie. Now, if the terrible thing hadn't happened in his life, that whole thing with his family and his daughter, if that had not happened and he had made the theatrical release of this movie instead of Joss Whedon, he wouldn't have been able to make it 4 hours. So would he have just made it 2.5 hours? Probably. And then I don't think it would have been very good either, if that makes sense. Like, I think this movie's strongest point was the fact that it was so long and it wasn't boring. But I don't see how he could have made this movie work as a 2 or 3 hour movie. I just don't think it would have been good. There wouldn't have been enough time for the characters. There wouldn't have been enough time for the story. But, you know, with all that said, I am very glad that they let him do this. Now, the corporate drama behind that is pretty interesting, too, because all accounts are that the executives at Warner Brothers absolutely did not want this movie to happen, no matter what. Like, they were so opposed to it, you know, for a few reasons. They want to reboot everything again, and they don't really want focus on Zack Snyder's stuff anymore. They are getting Bad Robot and J.J. Abrams to do a new Superman movie for them, which is just ridiculous. It sounds like a joke or a meme or something. Like, how do these companies keep hiring J.J. fucking Abrams to ruin their franchises? Like, look what he did to Star Trek. Look what he did to Star Wars. Like, everything the guy touches becomes this weird corporate, uncreative, bombastic mess that nobody really likes. But enough people go see that he keeps getting hired. But Warner Brothers wants to go in that direction now. And I think that there was probably some... I don't really know where to go. I think there was probably some ego involved as well, because I bet the people at Warner Brothers were like, we don't want this guy to be able to put out a new version of this movie that we made. You know, we did this. This is our movie, our ideas, blah, blah, blah. But for multiple reasons, they did not want this Zack Snyder cut to get out. And AT&T, who actually owns all of them, like AT&T is pretty much the parent company of HBO and Warner Brothers and all that stuff now. And so AT&T, being a little more business savvy and understanding that if all your customers are asking for it, maybe you should just do it. And the outcry on the internet to just let everybody see the Snyder version of this movie got so big, AT&T was like, yeah, we're just making this. And Warner Brothers was, I just missed that door. Warner Brothers was essentially like, yeah, we don't really want to. And AT&T is like, we don't care. Like, it really doesn't matter what you want. We own you. So AT&T was really the ones to thank for releasing that movie. You know, and it worked on their business plan because AT&T's massive push to get people to subscribe to HBO Max. You know, every company is trying to make a streaming service now, which sucks and it's annoying because we're just going to circle all the way back around to old school cable TV soon. But, you know, they all want to make one. And AT&T has already done some very controversial stuff with HBO Max. Like, most of the major Hollywood executives and producers and studios are really actually quite pissed off with AT&T and what they're doing. Because they're basically coming out and saying, hey, everything that Warner Brothers had in production, we're just going to be releasing on HBO Max instead of in theaters. And a lot of the actors, a lot of the directors, a lot of the Screenwriters Guild and producers, they really hadn't signed up for that, obviously, when they made these movies before COVID. You know, when they signed their contracts and all this stuff, these were supposed to be theatrical releases. And now AT&T is saying, yeah, well, you know, good luck, we own it. So it's just coming to HBO Max now, you know, deal with it. So Hollywood's already mad at them. And now Warner Brothers is mad at them because they made them release the Snyder Cut anyway. But you can see some interesting things that happened right after the Snyder Cut came out. I think it was the head guy, or woman, I don't remember. Whoever is one of the head honchos at Warner Brothers Studios, put out an interview right after Snyder Cut came out and made sure to highlight how, you know, first all the dumb corporate platitudes of, oh, we love the Snyder Cut, we're so glad Zack got to enact his vision. But then right after saying that, they're like, but we really don't like giving in to the toxic fans and all these toxic fans that have been threatening us to release this movie, and they're all actually pretty horrible, negative people. And from all accounts, and even Zack Snyder himself said after reading that there were no toxic fans. Like, all that's made up. Warner Brothers is just trying to smear anybody that they can because they hate the idea that AT&T released this when they didn't want to. So it's a win no matter what. I'm glad the movie got made. It makes me happy. What's wrong, Onion Man?
Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Oh, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies.
Hey, buddy, the Silver Knights aren't that hard.
This is quite...
So, AT&T also said, they told Zack Snyder directly after the Snyder Cut came out, his plans, like, they already had a screenplay and plans for Justice League 2, which obviously this movie was setting up for, and Warner Brothers said, it's not happening, Zack. Like, we have no plans, we're taking this in a new direction, you're not going to be a part of this anymore. So, now we get to see what J.J. Abrams has in store for us. And that's going to suck. I guarantee you nothing about that will be good. Which, you know, isn't hard to imagine. Like, 5% of the DC movies have been good so far. Like, most of them are horrible, and, you know, they don't really have much hope. They should just scrap the whole thing. And I was telling Jenna as we were watching that, like, while I did like some parts of that movie, and I do think that Zack Snyder did a pretty decent job, a decent enough job. You know, my expectations for DC movies, or actually for Zack Snyder movies in general, I have pretty low expectations anyway. So it's not like I set the bar for enjoyment very high. So I did like it more than I was expecting I would. But Zack Snyder's just not really that good of a filmmaker. Like his movies aren't that good. He would be great at music videos or maybe like some art movies or something. Maybe. But like, yeah, something about his movies is just off. Now I'm glad that they took out a lot of the really dumb Joss Whedon humor that did not fit at all. But some of the humor that was in it, you know, they tried a couple funny scenes, and I would say most of them did not work. Not much of it was like super cringe or anything, but I think there was only one scene in the whole movie that actually elicited like a almost chuckle from me, and maybe one that I smiled a little bit, but that's really it. Like I wasn't, and there was definitely some parts where they were trying to be funny and it just didn't work. I like the part where Alfred was trying to teach Diana how to make tea. That was kind of funny. Flash was supposed to be comedy relief, I think, but he wasn't really that funny. He wasn't as bad as he was in the Joss Whedon version, for sure, but he was just, you know, kind of a generic socially awkward guy that talks too fast, and it just really seemed like they were trying too hard with him. And I'm not like, you know, I'm a very easy person to make laugh. Like, it doesn't take much. Like, you can have some pretty stupid humor. Like, I think Step Brothers and I think the first two Harold and Kumar movies are like the funniest things that have ever been made, you know? And that's, I don't think that's setting the bar super high. Those movies are just hilarious. And obviously, Justice League shouldn't have that kind of humor. And, you know, Joss Whedon tried to insert more dumb humor when he made Justice League. But still, you can have a serious movie with better, funnier humor than this one. Or if you're not capable of putting actual good, funny humor in your movie, maybe just don't worry about it. Like, Zack was obviously going for a very dark, very serious movie. Chains curled around, treasures abound. And, you know, I mean, he had his whole dark gray, silver filter color hue on the whole movie. Like, it's all dark and brooding. So it's not like any comedy relief would really have lightened the mood much anyway. Hey, Onion Man, I cleared it for you.
Oh, what's on your mind, friend? Wait, you defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Catalina hereby commends you. Take this as a token.
A tiny being's ring?
Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
You take too long to come up with a plan, friend. What is a tiny being's ring? Small increase of HP? Seems worthless. Tiny bean ring. Now, there were some things in this movie that were just shockingly strange. Probably the biggest one, well, I can't even say what was the biggest one, but at one point, now I heard somebody talk about this on the internet before I saw this movie, and I 1,000,000% thought it was just, they were just being weird and being, like it was a joke. They said Martha, Superman's mom, turns into a silver man and walks away. And I was like, oh, haha, just a joke. They were just listing off fake things that changed from the Joss Whedon movie. But then, sure enough, Superman's mom is talking to Lois Lane, and then she walks out of the room, and Martha morphs into a tall silver man with red eyes, and then morphs into a tall black man wearing like a military, like admiral's uniform, and just walks away. And that's it. And it's just like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, that was not in any of the other movies. And why did Martha turn into that? Has she been that the whole time? Oh, hello. Oh, no. Dang, he got me. So anyway, like 3 hours later, at the very end of the movie, that silver man with red eyes comes back and talks to Bruce Wayne, and he's like, hello, my name is the Martian Manhunter, and I would like to join your team. Your parents would be proud of you. And then he flies off. And that's literally the end of the movie. And just some things like that. It's like, what? Like, what's going on here? So, wait, what's this guy doing out? Oh, yeah. Come here. So yeah, that part was super weird. Another part, Darkseid came to Earth a long time ago, got beat up by Professor Lupin, David Thewlis, with a huge buff, like super buff God of War David Thewlis, which I've always thought was the strangest casting. Like, who saw David Thewlis and was like, hey, this guy would make a great Ares the God of War. Like, everyone knows David Thewlis is a hulking beast of a man who fights with an axe. Like, that's our guy. So, anyway, David Thewlis as Ares the God of War in the past. Like, Darkseid's supposed to be this Thanos clone who's super powerful and indestructible or whatever, and comes to Earth to destroy it, and then David Thewlis just chops him with an axe. And that's it. And Darkseid gets beaten up badly and has to run away. So that right there I found a little questionable. Like, if you're going to set up your super scary villain in his first appearance, like, don't show me him just getting chopped down. Like, think about how Thanos was set up over the course of all those movies. Like, he's always shown being menacing, dangerous, just insanely powerful, unstoppable, no one can beat him. And literally, we hear people saying how scary Darkseid is in this movie, but the first time we see him is in a flashback where he just gets wrecked. So it doesn't really set him up as this really scary villain, which I think was a mistake. Like, just write a little bit different story that doesn't have him getting beaten by people that we know are not that strong. Because if you remember, David Thewlis, who we saw Diana beat in the Wonder Woman movie, so we know Diana can beat that guy, and we know that guy can beat Darkseid. So just by the transitive property of who can beat who and power levels and such, we can extrapolate that Diana is stronger than Darkseid because she's stronger than David Thewlis. So that, I think, was a mistake. Otherwise, I think Darkseid could have been fun. Not as fleshed out or interesting or compelling a villain as Thanos. His motivation, Thanos' motivation is actually quite good. It's a very intriguing spin on the, I want to just kill everything, It's like he thinks he's doing the right thing, kill half life in the universe so the other half can thrive, etc. It's something different. Darkseid literally says, I will get the anti-life equation, and then all life on the universe will be mine. Like, come on. That is not compelling in any way. It's so boring. Plus, the CGI on him wasn't nearly as good as something like Thanos. But anyway, so David Thewlis chops him down with an axe. He accidentally leaves... Darkseid leaves his boxes on Earth, which he needed for some reason. And then he leaves for 5,000 years. And then apparently during that time, he just forgot where he left his boxes. He just, like, the one planet, they say he's only lost one fight, and it was on Earth. And then I guess 5,000 years later, he just forgot where the boxes were. And he was like, oh well, guess we'll never find those again. And then Steppenwolf finds them and calls home, and he's like, hey, Dad, I found the boxes. And he's like, all right, bring them home, son. And then, for some totally unexplained reason, Darkseid's always been trying to find the anti-life equation, which is exactly like it sounds. It's the equation that's the opposite of life, and it will wipe out all life in existence, because that's what he wants to do for some reason. But he can never find it. Well, he went to Earth and got beat up, and turns out it was on Earth the whole time. Both chains to the back. Time for a good snack. Oh, I like this Silver Knight armor. So the anti-life equation was on Earth the entire time, but I guess Darkseid just never knew that. He just went to Earth just to kill them for fun? Maybe? Or maybe he knew it was there and then he also forgot that Earth was the place he's been looking for this whole time. But for no reason whatsoever, like none at all, Steppenwolf gets two of the boxes and he's standing there looking at the boxes, and all of a sudden he teleports into a grassy field and he's like, I'm gonna hit the field with my axe. And he does, and these runes appear in the grass, and then he's like, the anti-life equation is here on Earth. And then he calls back and says, hey, I found it, it's on Earth. And they were like, oh, good, get it for us. And that's it. Just no more explanation. It's just, that's what happened. So, you know, that's another one of those things that's just like kind of weird, sloppy writing, right? Like, a lot of these things, I feel like, with good, competent writers that care about their job, they could sit down and be like, oh, this thing is so contrived and absolutely makes no sense. Let's just change the story a little bit to make these things fit in. But, you know, we saw this same haphazard writing in Batman vs. Superman. It's like, okay, for a really contrived reason, like, what's the goal of the movie? Well, it's called Batman vs. Superman, because that'll sell tickets. Okay, Batman and Superman are both good guys. Why would they fight? We're gonna have to come up with a reason. And then, the more important question, Superman is the most powerful being in the universe, and he's indestructible, and Batman's just a regular human. So would they ever even be able to fight? It's like, well, they did in the comics, and everybody said that comic was great. Okay, makes sense, I guess. You can adapt the comic. But instead, they just say, Batman's going to be scared of Superman because Superman's so strong. Batman says, if there's even a 1% chance that Superman would be our enemy, we have to kill him because he's too powerful otherwise. And that's the whole premise of the movie. So Batman wants to kill Superman because even though Superman's not bad, if there's a 1% chance that Superman could be bad, since he has the power to kill everyone on the planet, we should just attack him and try to kill him. Like, if there's one thing that's gonna push a guy who's been nice and kind to everybody and is also the most powerful being in the universe, if there's one thing that might turn him bad, it's deciding to try to kill him before he's done anything wrong. Bruce, you stupid fucking moron. But that's the whole movie. So Bruce spends the whole movie being just super grumpy and explaining to Alfred why they have to kill Superman because he's not to be trusted. Oh, hello, new friend.
Who are you? Forge your weapons. Talk, 'tis no good, but forge, very good. I help anytime.
Oh, he's just nice. He wants to just help. Ooh, I need twinkling. He doesn't really sell anything else I like. Oh, I need arrows. So that movie, Batman just wants to kill Superman, and then of course we get introduced to Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, which is even worse casting than David Thewlis as Ares, the God of War. Like, don't even get me started on Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Just awful. But, so that whole contrived movie, coming up with the worst reason ever that Batman and Superman would need to fight, and somehow Batman uses some kind of kryptonite and figures out a way to almost kill Superman. And then at the very last second, since the movie's already like the progenitor of all contrivances, at the very, very end, right when Batman's about to kill Superman, for some reason Superman says his mom's name. He says, "Take care of Martha." Now, if you remember your DC lore, which I don't blame you if you don't, because it's stupid, but if you remember your DC lore, Martha is also the name of Bruce Wayne's mom. So instead of just ending Superman's life, Bruce is like, "Why did you say that name? Why did you say Martha?" And then they're like, "Are we best friends now?" And they're like, "Yes, now we are best friends." And then they stop fighting, and then Lex Luthor makes this giant, horribly animated computer monstrosity. I mean, it's a monster, it's not a computer, but it's made with computer animation. And then for some reason, it just comes on out, and everything lights on fire, and then Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman fight this huge thing, and then it kills Superman, and then that's the end of that movie. It's like, okay, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And this movie picks up literally immediately at the end of that one, with Superman dying. And now in this movie, Batman definitely doesn't want to kill Superman anymore. Now he wants to bring Superman back to life. Because if there's even a 1% chance that the universe could be saved by bringing Superman back, we have to take it. I mean, yeah, it's some stellar grade A storytelling. But I hope it's like I'm being more hard on Batman vs Superman here than I am on Snyder Cut Justice League, because again, it wasn't that horrible. Like, as far as DC movies go, it was definitely it was above the low bar that they usually set. And as far as excruciatingly long movies go, it was definitely one of the better really long movies I've seen. Because somehow it just wasn't really very boring, which is surprising. But a lot of the problems I did have with it, I don't think were, they're not inherent to the source material, and they're not necessary for that particular story. They're just, like so many dumb things in movies, they literally could have been fixed when the screenplay and the story was being written. Like, if any one person would have just sat down and said, "Hey, Zach, this doesn't really make sense. Why would this super powerful bad guy just forget what planet he left his important artifacts on? Like, wouldn't he know that? Let's just write a different reason that he wouldn't go there." That shouldn't be... That shouldn't be so hard. And I think that's... Like, if I think about Kevin Feige at Marvel, I get the feeling that's really what he does. I think his job, I think he is that guy that goes to all these people and says, "Hey guys, maybe this won't actually make sense. You want to, like, just tweak the story a little bit so that, people aren't just going to wonder if we just don't care about our stories?" Because they know that their fans are going to scrutinize every little thing and look for every clue. They know that's how their fan base works. So they just... when they're coming up with these stories, they say, "Hey, don't forget, just good, simple rule of thumb, make sure the stories actually make sense, guys. And that's why we pay you good money." But for some reason, the people at DC are like, "Hey, we're going to pay you good money, but don't really care too much. Like, we don't want you to try too hard or anything. Don't really pay much attention to, contrivances and plot holes and inconveniences. Just, go do your thing and everybody's gonna love it." It's just... And I've heard so many people... I'm not super familiar with DC Comics, not like I am with Marvel, but, I've heard so many people say that, the actual comics, like, some of the DC storylines and a lot of the DC stuff is even better than the Marvel comics. And when I hear that, it's hard for me to believe, but most of my exposure to DC is these awful movies. All the different iterations. Every version of their Supermans and Batmans and all that stuff. That's my exposure to it. So I'm always like, there's no way it's better. But maybe it is, and they're just really butchering their source material. And they've got all the rights to this stuff. And they've got all the money in the world. And They could hire all of these good people, but somehow they just can't get it right. And I just don't understand how people can be so bad at their jobs when they're making so many millions of dollars. Like, I feel like if somebody paid me $1 million, I would do almost anything well, right? Even if I didn't know how to do it. I'd be like, well, you know, I'm being paid $1 million, so I'm gonna, you know, actually put some effort into this and do a good job. You know, it's like PR people at some of these corporations, like the Cinnamon Toast Shrimp thing, right? Like, they're PR firms and all these people that are supposed to be handling this stuff, and none of them can do it right. Like, I'll charge them 1/10 the amount of money they're paying their PR people, and I promise you I'll do a much better job. Same with DC. Like, DC, if any of you guys are listening right now, people at Warner Brothers, I will help you make a better cinematic universe for 1/10 whatever you're paying people right now. Like, I promise you. And it will be better, because I'm not a fucking idiot. Like, how hard could it be? And they're just doing the, you know, they're falling into the exact same trap again with their Suicide Squad kind of soft reboot, sequel, half sequel, whatever this new movie is. Have you seen the trailer? It's called The Suicide Squad, whereas the other one was just called Suicide Squad. So the Suicide Squad trailer just came out, and that one they got James Gunn to do. So, you know, it's supposed to be kind of a wacky, funny movie. Like, the first one, I think, was kind of supposed to be that too. I don't know. That movie was really bad also. But just like they did with Joss Whedon, they were like, hey, who made Avengers? We want to copy it. Get the same guy. So, oh, there's too many giants. Run! No, no, no. This is a very bad day. No, let me go. Oh, scary. So, just like getting Joss Whedon to make Justice League, they were like, hey, who made a good, funny, wacky Marvel movie? James Gunn. Oh, hey, call up James Gunn. Have him make a wacky, funny movie for us, too. Okay. So now James Gunn's making a DC movie to try to get something actually successful like Guardians of the Galaxy was. Do I think it's going to work? Nope. Really, honestly, I don't think it's going to work at all. Because if you think about James Gunn, like, what has he actually done? Are you familiar with any of his other movies? So I'll give you a hint. He did Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. He helped with the Guardians scenes in Infinity War and Endgame. And then he directed and wrote, like, episodes of Goosebumps, or no, it wasn't Goosebumps, something like that. Like some really low-budget TV shows and really low-budget, like, B-movie, like, teen horror comedy movies. So, like, he doesn't really have this incredible track record. He made one really good movie, the first Guardians, one pretty good movie, the second one, and that's it. But again, these guys are like, well, Guardians was good, so I'm sure that he'll be able to do the same thing for us at DC. But they're not just getting the same directors or even the same writers. Like, none of that's going to matter for DC. Like, until they get someone like Kevin Feige, which, honestly, maybe there is just nobody like him, because obviously so much of the industry in Hollywood has been trying to replicate the success and no one's pulled it off yet. Now, I would argue that maybe Jon Favreau would be capable of doing this, and I hope Kathleen Kennedy gets fired at some point and Jon Favreau is allowed to take over and actually do the Marvel thing with Star Wars. Like, that would just be perfect and amazing. And, you know, it could happen. But whatever the case, there's not, like, obviously someone like Kevin Feige with his ability to orchestrate and set up such an expansive and cohesive narrative over so many movies, like, obviously that's a rare talent. It's not something you just find. But they're going to have to find somebody like that. Like, that's the missing piece, right? Someone like Kevin Feige is what all these other studios who are trying to set up these interconnected universes, for some reason, like, I don't know if they just can't grasp that or what. They're like, we'll just get the same director and everything will be good. It's like, well, no, you have to get the same Kevin Feige, and I'm pretty sure he's busy. Oh, man. Okay. Those guys are really hit or miss, literally. Like, sometimes I can just take them all down with the parries. Then other times I just get that rhythm off a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to get enough souls so I can use those little twinklings to upgrade this sword. Nope. Oh, I forgot I've got souls out there. I don't want to die. Speaking of ill-conceived movies, did you hear anything about the Monster Hunter movie? Just ridiculous. So if you're not familiar with Monster Hunter, it's like a Japanese RPG. Like, you know, how Japanese RPGs are. It's monsters and, you know, swords and knights and armor and huge swords, kind of like in this game. And, you know, it's like a fantasy thing. Well, they wanted to capitalize on the Monster Hunter brand, and as everyone knows, nothing does more for a brand's image like making a shitty Hollywood video game movie adaptation. Like, that's always a great idea. So recently, they released a Monster Hunter movie. Not too much fanfare. Like, most people probably didn't even hear about it. They kind of released it during 2020, and it kind of flopped. And they got Mila Jovovich? What's her name? She was in Fifth Element and the Resident Evil movies. Anyway, they got her to basically play her typecast self, who's like this badass woman who's really strong and a good fighter and can beat up everybody. Same character she plays in Resident Evil, basically. So they got her and some other people to play American soldiers in the war in Afghanistan or something. And this is the Monster Hunter movie. So there's American soldiers like driving around in a Humvee with machine guns and stuff, and then they get sucked into a tornado or something, and they appear in a different universe, and it's the Monster Hunter universe. So they have to try to make their way fighting monsters, and they meet people with big swords and like characters from the Monster Hunter universe, and they have to like navigate this weird, confusing world and with like their machine guns and find a way home and fight dragons with rocket launchers and flamethrowers. I mean, just so absurd and stupid. Like, I can't believe that something like that got greenlit. Like, I didn't watch it, but I watched, you know, I read about it and I watched some reviews and write-ups on it because I would rather get a condensed version of that garbage than actually waste my time watching something so outrageously stupid. And because, you know, again, that falls right into the same stupid fucking trap that almost every video game movie adaptation falls into, and it never makes any sense. And a lot of book adaptations as well. They fall into that weird idea where it's like, really all we wanted was the name. We wanted the brand and the iconography, maybe the logo, and that's it. We don't really care about the story or the characters or anything. You know, none of that really matters. It's just, if we have the brand, we're going to write our own movie, make up our own shit, and people will go see it anyway because they like the game. And somehow these people are the ones that have all this money and all this power and all these opportunities to make shit. And that's what it is. It's just shit garbage. And they just keep doing it. And they don't even learn from the mistakes of everyone else that makes video game movies. That's the part that really gets me. Like, can't they just look back and see that almost every one of these movies is universally panned by critics, doesn't make back hardly any of the money they spent to acquire the rights to it? Like, they just fail constantly, and then they can't figure out why. Well, maybe because you didn't even adapt the source material or try. You just made something different, and then nobody wanted to see it because it sucked. Like, I can't wait for them to make a Dark Souls movie someday. That'll be great. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, here's the real question. I really like this Black Knight Greatsword, but I think I used the shield enough that it'll be worth it to just upgrade this again, right? But I've got to go fight Ornstein and Smo next. Am I going to use a shield against them? Probably not. Yeah, I might use... Oh, I like this Black Knight sword a lot. It's really good. Ooh, that's pretty good damage now. In fact, if I could... Oh, I need a little bit more souls. If I could buy one more Twinkling and upgrade this one-handed sword one more time, it would do as much damage as the two-handed Black Knight sword. That would be sweet. Okay, Ornstein and Smo. I need something with lightning defense. Let's see. Gargoyle shield, 70 lightning. That's too heavy. Wait, is it too heavy? No, that's not too bad. Okay, so that's good lightning defense. Yeah, that'll work. Now, do I have any lightning defense armor? Versus lightning. Well, what I'm wearing isn't that bad, right? Let's see. Lightning. Lightning. Nothing, huh? Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh well, I guess we'll just see what happens. Ornstein is kind of hard. So what would the Dark Souls story be like when they make a Dark Souls movie for Hollywood? Oh man, that's a good question. Well, you know, the story to Dark Souls is pretty obscure and obtuse anyway, but I know Hollywood, and I know that they would not do any research at all, right? You would look at the surface level of this game. It's like people with swords, some tall knights, and it's really hard, and there's lots of hard bosses. So I feel like Hollywood would try to capitalize on the fact that everyone knows it's a hard game and it's kind of brutal. But I'm not sure how you translate that into a movie, right? Like, maybe just lots of gore, lots of killing, but it would be something really generic and bad. Here's what I imagine. Did you ever see the, do you remember when one of the studios was trying to make a, Dracula extended universe? They were trying to make an interconnected Dracula monster movies universe, and they made one called Dracula the Birth or Dracula Born or something. Dracula Origins. Something dumb like that. And it was about Dracula just being a normal guy, like a count or something, in charge of some lands. And he was... There was like an older vampire, and it was just like this really generic, like medieval story, and then in the end he turned into Dracula. And it sucked. Like, it was not memorable at all. I watched it while I was in jail. Or prison or something. It was really embarrassing and cringy. Just a really... Oh no, that guy's in there. A really bad movie. I'm gonna go refill my juice. Anyway, so I feel like a Dark Souls movie would follow that basic principle where, you know, there's this really generic formulaic fantasy movie style that studios will do. And I think that they would do that with Dark Souls. So here's how it will go. There would just be a big castle, Anne Orlando, this place. And the King Gwyn would be painted as a good guy. And he would say his land's being attacked by a dark evil that's kind of unspecified, and it's probably just like some kind of black smoke blob monster thing that you probably see towards the end. But the hero will come, and it'll just be some white guy. And he'll come in, And there'll be some hints that things aren't all well in the kingdom. And so he'll meet the king's daughter, Gwendolyn, and she'll be like, we really need you to help save our kingdom. You're the only one that can. You're the chosen one. And so they'll go with the, you know, chosen one trope, which works for this game. And they'll be like, we found out that there's actually a curse of the undead. And then the first big plot twist will be that the main hero was actually undead and he didn't know it, but he'll die. And like he'll be in a fight trying to fight off a horde of zombies or bad knights or giants or something, and he'll get killed, but then he'll come back and they'll be like, you're the chosen undead that has been prophesied for so long. Will you be able to save us? And he'll be like, I didn't know that. I don't want this foisted upon me. But he will. You know, he'll like it. And then he'll have sex with Gwendolyn, because she'll fall in love with him, of course, because he's a hero. And the king will be mad about that. But he's still painted as a good guy. And then the hero will die a few more times, but he'll just keep coming back. But he'll just keep getting stronger. He'll save the kingdom, and then it will turn out that Gwen, the king, was actually bad the whole time. And he's the one that was bringing in all the undead because he wanted the darkness to take over everything, because he's been bad the whole time. And then the hero, the chosen undead, will kill him, and then that will be the end, and he'll be sitting on the throne as the new king. Like, that's what I think Hollywood would do with this kind of story. Now, if you think about it, like, it's not the most, like, it's coherent, because I came up with it, so it actually does follow a structure and makes sense for the most part, but compared to what Dark Souls story actually is, like, that's just about the most insulting thing you could ever come up with. Like, if you know anything about the deep lore, like the story of Dark Souls, like what I just came up with would be the most laughably atrocious take on this story you could ever imagine. But it, you know, it would fit in with the themes just enough. You'd have the undead, you'd have Gwen, you'd have Anne Orlando, and you'd be able to come back from the dead. So, you know, they'd be like, yeah, it's a Dark Souls movie. And then they'd hope it makes tons of money, and it would just totally fucking flop in Japan. Like, Japan would hate it. It'd probably make less than $10,000. And then a lot of the stupid Americans would probably go see it at least once in theaters for some reason. I'd probably wait for it to come out on streaming before I watch something like that. Oh yeah, Mandy just came up with a good one. Dark Souls the movie. White teen guy who's in high school, bullied, then he goes to sleep and he wakes up in this Dark Souls land and has to save the world. And then in the trailer, the guy would say, "This is just too hard." That's it. That's the new Dark Souls movie, or maybe Netflix original TV show. Dark Souls, This Is Too Hard.com. Speaking of This Is Too Hard, this fight is atrocious. Hey, fatty. Hey, I remember seeing your statue when I got here. Oh no, it's Ornstein. I don't want to fight you guys. We're fine. We can be friends. We don't have to fight. Okay, I guess we have to fight. Okay, so if I remember right, I want to kill Ornstein first. Because... oh, ow. Because whichever one I kill first, I have to fight a supercharged version of the other one. Oh, this is bad. Juice. Run! No, leave me alone! Juice? Roll? Oh, that was close. Come here, Ornstein. Just come here. Come at me, bro. Yes. Juice it up. Roll. Hit him. Roll. Ow. Hits hard. Alright, Ornstein, come here. The boss fights in this room are always hard. In Dark Souls 3, I had to fight Aldrich, the Devourer of Souls, in here. That fight was hard. Coincidentally, that's the only Dark Souls fight Mandy's ever beat. And it's a really hard one. Mandy doesn't even play this game, but she beat Aldrich. Oh, come on. That sucks. Oh yeah, replying to what Mandy just said to me. Hey Solaire, you want to help me fight
You really are fun if I didn't know better.
I might have feelings for you, Solaire. I just might. I don't know yet. Well, I'll get back to you. Mandy reminded me of the bosses in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The first boss, who are like a twin dual boss. What is their name? Slobodan and Milosevic or something? Slobodan and Milogar? Slubadar and Hubligar? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Slogan and Bromar. Slowbar and Megar. Like, what is it? It's been so long since I played that game. But I always remember I thought their names were funny. Oh no. There we go. No! Don't invade me! Oh, it's so annoying getting invaded. All I wanted to do was summon Solaire and fight the boss. I don't want to PvP with people. I hate fighting people in this game. Nothing about fighting real people is fun in this game because it's so, like, random. I mean, first of all, they're all better equipped than me. They've probably played this game for a lot more than me. They know all the weird little tricks. But also, like, because internet speeds are different, there's just enough weird lag that your sword just goes through them a lot of the times. Which is not really fun for a competitive multiplayer experience, to just sometimes hit them and sometimes not. I'll just fight these guys again. Well, that was fast. Get my souls. Yes. Whoa. He just hit me like a golf club. Or a golf ball. Oh, this is ridiculous. Juice? At least I do a pretty reasonable amount of damage to him when I hit him. Come on, Slobodar and Goopidar. Come on. Oh man, he's got a good reach. Alright, come on. If I could just get Ornstein to get in front of Smo and actually come fight me. Yeah, like that. Like, it might be easier to kill Smo right now. But I really don't want to fight Super Ornstein. He's insanely hard. Come on. Looks like that hammer hit Ornstein, didn't it? Alright, Ornstein, I'm waiting for you, buddy. Whoa, that was fast. Alright, just take it easy. You're fine, halfway there. Alright, just there we go. Hit him once. Roll. Ah. Come closer, Ornstein. Hit him. Roll. Juice. Ow. Juice. Whew, that was close. Okay, charge me. Charge me. Oh no. Juice. Okay, one more hit on Ornstein. Come on, we can do this. Oh, so close. Come on. Oh, so close. All right. Well, one thing I keep forgetting to do is putting on my eagle shield instead, because that has lightning defense. And I think it has way better, yeah, way better stability. So I'm going to remember to do that. And who knows, maybe I can actually make it there without nah, I don't care. People will just try to kill me. Doesn't matter. I can beat these guys. They're not that hard. I mean, actually, they are pretty hard, but I can beat it. I've done it before. I wish I could parry Ornstein. I don't think I can, though. Maybe you can. You can parry Gwen, the last boss. Like, if I could just do this like 3 or 4 times. I can't put on Eagle Shield until I get there, because I can't parry with Eagle Shield. So I don't want to wear Eagle Shield fighting these Silver Knights. Yeah, Mandy told... What's the name of those guys? Slogra and Gaibon. I was close. Those bosses. Okay, now I can wear Eagle Shield. I mean, I feel like rolling and dodging Ornstein is more useful than using a shield anyway. But this thing's got enough stability. Maybe it'll be worth it. We'll try it out. Alright, boys, I'm back. They're probably going to charge at me right away again. Oh yeah, that shield makes a big difference. Whoa! Roll! Juice. Get my souls. Alright. here comes Slogra. Slogra. Slogra? Gaibon? Is that it? Come here, Ornstein. You're faster than your fat friend. Oh! I forgot he did a double attack. Juice? Ah! Okay. Back to the parry shield. You know, Solaire, I really wish you would come help me out. I might get more feelings for you then. But he's just got to sit there and praise the sun. That's not even a sun, Solaire. It's a bonfire. He stared at the sun for so long at that other place, he can't even tell what he's looking at anymore. Okay. At least the run back up there isn't that bad. Alright. Eagle shield. I'm really getting used to this, having this fast roll. I would kind of like to wear better armor, too. Mostly because it looks cool, I guess. It does help a little bit, but maybe not a lot. Alright. And here we go again. That guy tries to snipe me from up there with his massive bow. Not gonna fall for that. I'd like to get my souls first, please. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna run over here. Oh. Okay, come on. Yeah, Smo, you stay back there. Bring the whole roof down, buddy. Oh, that was a chunk of damage. Juice. I wonder if the shield can block Smo's huge hammer. Probably not. I'm pretty sure it would do. Stop running at me. You're so fat and scary. Juice. It always feels like such a close call when I dodge out of the way of that hammer. No! Do your charge thing. Charge at me. Not that. Yeah, there we go. What? I missed? Oh, that was close. Juice. Oh. Oh no, I'm stuck. Juice. That was close. Okay, now. Ornstein. Oh, I knew that hammer was coming down. Juice. Oh, that hurt. What are you guys doing? You okay? I really wish Smo's hammer could hurt Ornstein. Yeah, this shield works pretty well for blocking Ornstein, at least. This is taking forever. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to damage Smo also, although I'm not sure if his health refills again when he transforms. I don't really remember. I wonder if you can kill them both at the same time. Like if I got both of them down really low, and then I hit them both with the same sword hit, I wonder... No! Juice! Oh, I'm so stuck. Run! Run! Juice it up. Come here, Ornstein. I just want to fight you. Okay, one more hit again on Ornstein. Right now. Oh. The sword's just too short. Okay, well, one down. Now, I don't even remember how super slow goes, so... I'm gonna have to do all this again, but let's see what happens. Oh, he's mad now. And he's full of lightning. Still slow, though, so that's good. Now remember, he can jump up and do like a butt slam on the ground, and it'll shoot lightning out. Okay, so far so good. I've only got one juice left. At least he's really slow. Definitely easier than Ornstein. Definitely easier than fighting two of them at once. Oh, the butt slam. I knew he was going to do that. I should have just used my shield to block it. Okay, so far so good. We're doing fine. No! Not doing fine. Okay, just can't get hit. That's all. Just don't get hit. It's easy. I just need to kill him before he kills me. Shield! Oh, that does a lot of damage. I can't take another one of those. Oh, man! So close. back to the other shield. Could really use your help out there, Solaire. You know what? I'll just try it. Maybe I could get there before someone invades me. If I had that dried finger, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I'll just try it, see what happens. I mean, the odds of making it all the way there without getting invaded, pretty low, I think. I usually get invaded, like, as soon as I walk out of this door. Oh, no. There we go. That was a bad start. Oh, no. Well, not invaded, of course. Oh well, good luck catching me. Haha, you can't catch me. Well, I'm not going to be able to summon Solaire, but at least I made it to the boss fight. I bet they feel dumb now. Ow. Souls? Yes. Juice? If I had just ended this fight with like 2 more flasks, I would have been so fine. So I've got to try to not get... Just take a few less stupid hits, and I'll be fine. Like that. That was a stupid hit. Like, I knew that was coming, and I still didn't dodge it. No! I don't know where Smo is. Oh, there he is. Juice? Okay, this is not going well. Hi. Charge me. Come on, I dare you. Juice it up. Come on, Arnstein. of separated now. Well, not anymore. Alright. It's just... It's so hard to get in one or two good hits on Ornstein, knowing that fat slob's got a hammer about to crash down on my head at any second. Juice. Okay, I'm not even using the shield that much. I'm mostly rolling. Would the Black Knight Greatsword be better? Nah, it's not that much more damage. Well, now I don't have any humanity left, so I can't try to summon Solaire even if I wanted to, which I do. Oh, I just lost all my souls. Oh, fuck this game. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. How hard is that? Man, I really wanted those souls too. I wanted to buy a lot more Twinkling Titanite. Well, I'm not going to bed till I kill these guys, so just gonna have to do it. Or stay up all night. I guess I can block Smo's hammer. Juice. Ow. Juice. Okay, make some space. Make some space. What's Ornstein doing? Just walking around back there? this fucking game. Okay, I could definitely beat them, but I'm a little frustrated with it right now. So... Oh. Come on, hit me. Maybe I'll just farm up some souls, because I want to buy more twinkling and upgrades. Where's the best place to farm souls, I wonder? I mean, I guess right here isn't terrible. But there's got to be somewhere that has more souls than this. Shoes. Okay. Oh, what's wrong with me? There we go. Statue blobs. Justin, are you still watching? There we go. Is the statue blobs the best place? Oh, I know what I could also do. I could try to kill this Titanite demon. Let's see, they also use lightning damage. Hi, friend. He's got sleep apnea. You hear him snoring? Ow. Juice it up. This guy hits harder than Ornstein. Okay. We'll just go to statue blobs for a little bit. I wish I had the silver serpent ring. I don't even remember where to get that, though. What's this? What is it? Touch the sign of the Gravelord servant. What does that even mean? I've never seen this before. Sure. No, wait, I don't want to do that. Alright, let's see what this does. Are we all friends? What's going on? Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Yay, PvP's so fun. Oh, I totally forgot something else to do right away. I've got to go kill Ludleth. No, that's not his name. Trackley. No. What's that guy's name? I need to get revenge for killing the Firekeeper. Dominique? No. Drakelmar. That's gotta be it. Valmar. Vethtar. Randy. What's his name? Anyway. Right in here, I have to use it. This. Yes. I'm gonna get revenge on him. Lautrec. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Wait, are those friends or enemies? I don't know. Are these 3 people I've got to fight at the same damn time? That looks hard. Okay, well, the old tried and true arrow trick, I guess. Oh, here they come. How am I supposed to fight 3 people at once?
Like a moth flittering towards a flame. You know? Don't you agree?
Missed. Juice? Ow. Good shot. Whoa. I'm supposed to be able to kill all 3 of those guys by myself? That is insane. Totally insane. Okay, I'm not falling for that stupid thing again. I don't ever want to fight a Gravelord servant. Oops. Juice. Juice. Okay, I think I will go get some swords. Because I wouldn't mind finding that dried finger too. I don't know how I missed it. I really want to upgrade some of this gear. So, let's see. Oh, what am I doing? This is the way to go. here. I don't think it's very far away. Wait a minute. If I go in there, I'll be stuck there again. Oh no, I can run along that one weird bridge with the weird dragon butt thing. That place is so strange. I had no idea that painted world in this game was such a bizarre area. It makes even less sense than Zack Snyder's Justice League. Alright, back here again. Now, if I just run up to that painting... Yeah, if I just run up to that painting and run past all these guys, will that be fine? I don't want to risk it. Come on. Sneaking along, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get in the painting. Oh no. Come on. Easy. Oh, back to this crap hole world again. No offense to the person who painted this, but they suck. That's the Dark Souls movie. High school kid. Gets bullied a lot, kind of a nerd, goes on a field trip thing to the art museum, touches painting, gets sucked into Dark Souls. Then he comes out and is really tough and beats up all the kids at school when he gets back. Disasters are gone after the defeat of the Gravelord Servant? Okay, good. Very glad to hear it. Don't know what that means. This whole place is a disaster. Goodbye. Now, what's the best way to kill these guys, do you think? With the big sword? That might be good. Guess we'll find out. But I kind of like having a shield versus them. Because they might kill me really fast. Well, let's see. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that kills them in one shot. Yeah, I've been trying to think where I've seen these guys before. Were they in Dark Souls 2? Maybe Dark Souls 3? Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, there's gotta be a better way to do that. Maybe a shield is the way to go. blood shield. Okay, now I just don't want to die here. There's those souls. Oh, that's easy. Okay, so it's all about getting behind them. Or getting them when they're swinging. Heck. I've got to be missing something. There we go. So it's just because they're so slow, you get behind them. They sure hit hard. That's insane. Oh, man. Okay, let's see if there's a better method for this. No. None of these will work. Oh. That might help. I wish I remembered where to get the silver serpent ring. Okay. Just let him scooch out a little bit. Juice. They're so gross. I wonder what happened to them. Like, were they always just one guy with like 5 arms and a couple legs? Or did they fuse a bunch of guys together and then just picked one head to keep? Alright, yeah, that's a pretty good amount of souls. Can I kindle a bonfire to give me even more than 10? I wonder. I never tried that. Got him. Okay, now while I'm here, I'm gonna try to find the dried finger. But I really thought I looked everywhere for it. They're so slow, I love it. Oh. They were so slow they hadn't turned around from the last time I was over here. I wonder why they're all guarding this statue. Why do they think it's so important? Oh, ow. Alright, getting the hang of it now. Okay. Sword is so slow. It takes a little getting used to. Wait, do I have enough? I've got enough strength to wield this properly now, so I could be using that with the shield if I wanted. But this is better. Alright, now if I'm just careful, I should be able to take out huge groups of them with one hit with this massive sword. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Someone's coming to touch your statue. Hurry, defend it. Yeah, this is better. It's actually pretty satisfying. That's quite a bit of souls. Okay, a couple more rounds of this, and then I'm gonna find the dried finger. Can they not block this sword with their shield? Oh, they can. It's just so big it gets around it sometimes. It's gonna be pretty sweet when I upgrade that Black Knight one-handed sword a couple more times. It'll do more damage than this. It's just crazy. Because this thing is sweet. Although I love the reach on this thing. Alright. This is very good souls. That's the name of this game. Very good souls. Oops. Ha, he thought he was gonna get me. I don't think so. Haha! There, guys. Got him. Double kill. Yeah, might as well get up to 100k, I guess. This is amazing soul farming spot. Why do I keep picking up those spears? I know they're just spears, I don't want them. Well, I guess I keep just hoping that maybe it'll be something really Hi, Tuli. Oh, hey, this friend came out. Almost to 100K already. Alright, this will put me to 100K, and then, well, I think that was the best multi-hit yet. Then it's time to find dried finger. Okay, back to the old gear. Wait. Okay, so how is this Black Knight Greatsword 521? Black Knight Swords... $408? $394 Black Knight Sword. $264 plus 130, 286. Oh, I see, it's the plus. So 286 plus 212. Yeah, so once I upgrade it again, that'll be awesome. Blood shield will be fine. Okay. Andy, are you still here? You said dried finger by the first two birds at a ledge. Those birds up there, maybe? Are those the first two birds, though? I don't really know. Drop on a balcony when you're at the bonfire facing the castle. The first turn on the left. That up there? Okay. So, this is the first turret. Some birds will come down. I hate these birds. Got him. A souvenir of reprisal? What? Okay, whatever. Okay, so I've gone up this turret. But if I jump down there, that's where I came from, right? Yes. Okay, so it would have been right there, I think. I wonder why they changed it. I wonder where it is now. Oh well. Okay, now the scary part. It's almost time for bed, but I gotta get out of here first. No, too slow. But I need to get out of here with all these souls intact. I'll farm these guys one more time for fun. Alright, and now back to this weird nonsense again. At least I don't have to fight any birds. I just have to do the weirdest, most inexplicable, impossible thing to figure out ever. Get it. It's always so hard to do jumping attack. No. Okay, how do you do it? No. you. And we're just gonna get out of here. Bye, friend. Thank you. Okay, now just don't die. Just very carefully. Oh, if I use homeward bound, I'll just go right back. You sure? I don't want to go back there. Nice. That's a lot of levels. But this money is for upgrading. What time is it? Oh, it's time for bed. Okay, tomorrow I will upgrade the sword and kill Ornstein and Smough. Hi, friend.
You have survived.
I want that armor.
Impressive. If you require rest, that is up.
Okay, bedtime. Goodbye.